Minutes in. 8-4 lead here, actually, in favor of Complexity over Sync Esports right now. However, the middle tower going down in favor of Sync there, so gaining a little bit of room. But the big storyline in this game, it seems like the Lodestone Engineer bottom lane, they've had some success. They've killed Wild Soul a couple times in that jungle. They found even Haxer in. So right now, Complexity feeling pretty good. Formless, obviously up there on the GPM chart. So once again, Nier, I mean, is that really kind of the gist of it? Anything else to add there?
Yeah, I think so. All three lanes were pretty successful. Oogie had free farm top completely, and Andros did to zone the B here early on, and then I mean Gunblade had help too, and good roam from Complexity. Ooh, Engineer almost killing the B there.
Yeah, almost catching him. Now Vindicator, though, if it wasn't for that final chapter, Behemoth definitely would be dead. So not only good job by Vindicator saving him, but allows him to set up that easy turn kill, as we see. So, yeah, what you got, getting a little too chase heavy there, trying to make a play.
But, yeah, the big story is all three lanes went well for Complexity, and slapped after that DC, and then he ran bottom, he took an Invis rune, and then he died in the process there. That really slowed him down a lot, and I think that's also a huge factor as to why it's going so well for them right now.
Yeah.
And, usually what happens with Sync is when they get behind like this, they feel like, okay, we can't farm our way back, so we have to start forcing fights, and that's why we had that brawl in the mid lane before. And as we see, they're sticking 5 heroes down bottom, and it's the right idea, and maybe they can get a couple kills here as 5 and start pushing towers again. But we'll see. Maybe they're content farming at this point.
Well, bottom lane, we definitely could have a play mid down here. You see Lodestone. Oh, they're going to go on Engineers. So Lodestone now, Shatterstorm, a lot of TPs. Here comes the jump. Dr. Repulsor going to feel a lot of damage. Nice job with the energy field. And, however, no, Dr. Dig it away. I didn't notice until last second right there. He actually did escape. So nobody dead just yet. Wild Soul, though, getting low. Look at Gunblade and his damage. Is it enough, though? Oogie trying to secure that. Lodestone will absolutely make sure. So they do finally kill Wild Soul. Engineer, of course, was killed in the beginning of it, so actually a 1-for-1 here might be more. Oh, Andro! Don't know about that swap right there. Almost hurting it looked like. But they're still going to get the kill. And a double tap for Oscar, actually. So in the end, kind of works out pretty well for Complexity, is safe to say.
I think this might be the most kills Oscar's had in 15 minutes, honestly. He's usually off-laning, just trying to do whatever he can with what he has to work with. But this game is 8-0-1, and he's doing fantastic, and it's showing he's being a factor here.
Holy crap. Yeah, with these issues we've been having, definitely wouldn't even notice that, but yeah, 8-0-1 a Lodestone. That is a fantastic score, of course. And that's gotta feel pretty good. I mean, he's level 11 because of that, too. Which you compared to the Legion side, especially, he's tied with a couple of the top on their team. So, obviously, the early portal key, already another 1,400 gold saved up. Lodestone really going to be a huge factor here. So, but yeah, Gunblade as well. Fuzzy Sloth, I mean, not as sexy as a stat line, maybe, but still 2-1-2, very good. And 370 gold per minute right here. So, Gunblade, obviously not a hero we get to see often, but I mean, I will say when it comes to kind of the physical presence and as far as a bit of snowball potential, he definitely has it. I mean, he can deal a lot of nice burst damage with his skill set, actually. So
that's true, and he has that carry potential. He does. The only thing he's lacking is that really huge farm ability, but he does have the way he farms is killing heroes instead. So it's the more exciting thing to be watching. A hero like Gunblade, at least. Yeah.
What do you think he will get? Like, what kind of build do you think Gunblade should?
Some people go Shroud into Genjiro. Others, like, the thing about it here is he gets more tanky the more agility he has, and he adds the damage. So trying to go for something like a Shroud, setting up kills, and then upgrading to a Genjiro that adds some tank and survivability for the hero. I think that's the route he's gonna go for. He picked up a broadsword, so looks like it's going for the Shroud first. Oh, Haxer in bottom.
Yeah, he's probably in trouble again right here. Gonna be jump. Behemoth there. Final chapter also used, but that Shatterstorm, as soon as it explodes, and Gunblade had the grappling shot on him as well, so that's why he wasn't able to ludicrous speed away. He goes down, so nice jump. He cannot get any comfortable farm. Yeah.
It's 4 seconds, actually. It's quite a long time that he's latched onto someone. So, strong hero, also with the negative armor on top. It's very powerful. Or pick-off potential.
Yeah. And it's static, too. I thought it actually would have leveled up for the ultimate, but no, it is just straight up 4 seconds, even from level 1. So there's a lot of nice latching on, lockdown you could even call it, I guess. Goes down to a 40-second cooldown, also level 3. Pretty ridiculous. Gunblade, but Lodestone there to kind of help him immediately, and they're going for the turn kill. There's that demonic shield coming out. The auto attacks to follow, and look at that. Down goes Midas. Now Gunblade is going to fall, but that's also an example of that demonic shield once again, helping to keep him alive, setting up that turn. Now Lodestone, however, is finally going to be killed, and that's a nice streak stopper there. Midas getting a lot of benefit gold for that.
So very unfortunate. They didn't watch the recon spawner onto the Dr. Repulsor, so it's risky to play around like that for so long when they are low in mana and HP after previous ganks. But yeah, nice response from Sync at least. That's the 2 best heroes they could kill. Oh, I guess Oogie is probably the best one, but yeah.
He's, yeah, I was going to say, he's almost kind of just doing his own thing, almost forgot about him even, but...
He has a Jade Spire and an Icon. It's 19 minutes. I'm not sure how they can kill him at this point. They need 5 heroes for sure with perfect stop power.
Yeah, they're going to need a lot of things to line up. Final chapter, of course, the silences from Vindicator will be powerful, no doubt, but it's going to be very difficult to take out this Oogie here by himself, let alone once we're getting involved in team fights. So, yeah, great couple of kills there for Sync, but definitely still room to make up here. In fact, middle tower. That's going to be killed by Complexity. Obviously, Sync not really too interested in trying to defend that. Understandable there. Oogie also very close, just a couple of creep kills away, really, from hitting level 16. So going to have the level 3 Primal Surge even. That much more healing he's going to be getting as a result of it. So all coming together pretty nicely here for Complexity. Look at the mine trap, by the way, being made on the hill up here by Engineers, so keep an eye on that. See if somebody runs into it, or I guess that's where Andromeda could come into play too. Get that mind swap.
Yeah, swap that on top, yep, for sure. As long as it isn't Doctor, I think that could be very successful.
Oh, he's going to pour it out. Man, if he was just... Oh, he could have done it there. Just a little more patient.
He could have gotten the Wild Soul, yeah, for sure. With a stun on top, with it. People stayed, but yeah.
Well, doesn't stick around long enough, so not going to happen there, but... Yeah, it is fun now that things have kind of calmed down here, and things like, not to jinx, but we're back here with the broadcast. And but as we were saying, though, from the game 1, you know, as a thing kind of to the end there, we have seen so many times, really, where one team is just so dominant in the first game. This is a case where that didn't really reflect, obviously, the skill level necessarily of the two teams. Complexity, of course, a great team, and they're come back just fine here in game 2 now.
It happens to everyone. It happens to the best teams. Any kind of game. Sometimes you just get outdrafted and outlane. That happens. Also.
This Wild Soul, yeah, that Shadow Storm goes off. It's like he's not really dying, but then all of a sudden the Shadow Storm goes off, and he just melts.
This is a really deadly duo of gank Room Squad here in Lodestone on top of the Gunblade. They're making some good ganks happen, and Sync wants to farm and split farm and farm as much of the map as they can. And that's where a gank duo like this really is effective.
We know what else is really interesting to notice about that gank that's coming out a couple times now between Gunblade and Lodestone is that we've seen Vindicator use that final chapter a couple of those times lately too, but it just doesn't matter because they've already used their skills that they wanted to beforehand. And oh, Vindicator. Oh, I thought he was going to run into it, but he did not. So he is going to be fine there for now. But yeah, it's almost like the final chapter is useless because the Shadow Storm's already channeling, the grappling shot's already hit, so it doesn't really matter too much at that point.
Oogie actually picks up a sheep stick here as well, so man, he's farmed. He split up his what's it called, the Gnome's Wisdom, the Jade Spire actually to buy the sheep. So it's an interesting choice. I'm assuming he's gonna finish the Jade Spire at some point, anyways. But I think it's alright. Pretty good idea. Nicely done there with the items.
Yeah, I feel like he has done this, again, has played a lot of Oogies since these changes, new items and everything, but feels like, you get the Jade Spire, you split it up to that Sheep Stick, heavy priority to that, but eventually we'll get the Jade Spire. Probably not next, but soon. What happened there? Oh.
Slapped Superman trap.
Okay. Got him at
Almost died.
37, yeah.
I think he must have tanked it with Boo, actually. So if he was in ulti form, maybe he could have died. I'm not too sure. So, yeah.
Well, he lives there, but again, you see this lead for Complexity right now.
Yeah.
8,000 gold, nearly 8,000 experience here in their favor.
It's definitely looking rough for Sync. Of course, Behemoth is not a hero that needs too many items. He has what he needs, basically. It's the other heroes that are kind of lacking. I mean, 350 GVM is not bad, but
they're going to catch Oogie right here. Not enough follow-up, though. You see the support in return, and Midas actually got caught by that. The sheep stick, of course, onto him. Caught him off guard. Assassin drop for Gunblade. He's going to catch up to Behemoth here. This is definitely a dead Zibbe. He gets pushed back in. All 5 happen to be there, so a 2-for-0. That was all them trying to jump Oogie, get a quick kill. Quick kill not in the dictionary, though, against Oogie here. He easily survives that.
Yeah.
And now
he
the tower.
starts to amass Icon of the Goddess charges as well now, so he's getting more and more powerful. And the two heroes that his Shockwave is down, so they know they can't really get caught by the BE right now, so they could deal damage to the mid tower if they wanted to.
See, Oogie immediately goes up top here, as does Lodestone. So they're going to try to... Oh, they know Wildsoul's over here, I think. He's trying to pour it out in time, man. He waits a couple more seconds. He's definitely dead there, so... Good timing by Slapped, as now Dr. Repulsor. Oh, they're going to find him over here. Okay, never mind. I guess not. Wow. Okay. Just went out of range of him.
Yeah, he didn't really cut the edge of that last tree, so didn't see him. That's yeah.
Oh, Midas.
Oh, something with mines.
He's going to be fine. Yeah, I did hear mines over here. I think he had some in the jungle, and I think they got countered somewhere.
Oh, maybe Midas eat away from them. I could have.
I'm not sure what happened. Yeah, but always fun to try to catch those moments there.
Yeah. I was watching B earlier and ran into Engineer. He was sitting in his own jungle Legion side, right left to the wild soul right now. And it's pretty evident that, okay, he put a mine shop somewhere here. I was just fortunate enough to not walk into it. Then he switched to the left side. Oh, bottom.
Yeah, Love gets a quick pick. Gets picked off there quickly. Lodestone trying to return. Throws out that Storm Spirit that he's managed to get because of his early farm. There's the Sheep Stick. There's the final chapter. Trying to help keep Midas alive, but it is actually. All right, it almost wasn't enough, but he is able to buy time to portal key away and escape right there. So the final chapter definitely coming into play there.
Yeah, we'll play.
Save his teammate.
Also, a nice pickup from Oogie, picking up a portal key to portal key Sheep initiate as well. I like that. I know Ember Boy has done it too, and it's really effective. As soon as he gets that, it just adds that extra dimension to the hero and your lineup.
Yeah, I mean, a Sheep Stick is just one of these items that, yeah, if you don't have a blink ability yourself, then getting that portal key is, of course, a very, very good idea. Really, no matter what role you happen to be playing. If you can get the farm for it, definitely heavily consider it. So, speaking of that, 1450 gold saved up on Engineer. Wouldn't be surprised to see him get in that portal key, but still a little bit ways off. Dr. Repulsor on the other side of it, really trying to get his farm going in a nice manner here. He did get that Nullstone early on. Now working towards a Hellflower here. Was Nullstone the best option, you think?
I think he wants to survive the Gunblade initiation, or ganks and whatnot. And that's honestly alright. Also, Oogie has the portal key sheet right now, so it's not too bad. You can also dodge Andrew stunts, and the only way you get initiated on is if Lodestone and lands his Q. And I've talked about that before, that you can always disjoint if you're quick enough. It's hard to land Qs on Lodestone. So I think it's a nice defensive item, but of course they have been lacking damage and crowd control abilities sync for the last long time. But he's working towards the Hellfire now, so he's gonna have that soon, at least to work with.
Shrunken Head being finished on a Wild Soul, so important item to have, of course, against the Oogie. But that's where that Gunblade is definitely going to come into play. As you mentioned, he really kind of has his own carry potential, and it's all physical. He doesn't care about Shrunken Heads at all when it comes to his skill set. So really liking the Gunblade pickup even more, not only because it's kind of worked out in general here for Complexity, but again, it gives him that other dimension of physical presence here into the late game. So, yeah, he's level 16 too. So, like I said, that grappling shot now, it's only 40-second cooldown. And that much more damage. The -7 armor that it puts on the target. I mean, you look across the board right here, especially Doctor. That's going to basically put him at nearly 0. I mean, he's 8.2 right now. How much armor he has. So really leave them vulnerable.
For sure. Lugi picks up the post haste here as well. I mean, Complexity is just running around as 5, and they know they have the stronger lineup, and they're looking for kills, and they find Midas.
Find Midas, dead Midas.
Yeah.
That portal key
no chance. Yeah. The Doctor should be fine because of that null stone as well. So, yeah. It's hard to do anything to the Doctor. But Andros should be careful at least.
Yeah, I wonder if Gunblade, he's going to find him right there, but if Gunblade may even like put value into something like a tablet here. I guess he might be going for Nullfire, to be fair. And
yeah, I was thinking about that.
Okay.
Something to remove the nullstone.
Yeah.
Nullfire is definitely a good. Oh, Serenia gets hit by almost my. Okay. Yep, that's the first trap. I think that's successful.
Nice little kill right there for Engineer. So yeah, it's every now and then that will happen. Again, being very active with those. A little bit of a chuckle, I'm sure, to go with that. But yeah, if he gets Nullfire Blade on Gunblade, then absolutely. He'll easily be able to remove that Nullstone effect and then quickly latch on with that grappling shot. So it seems like that probably will be the follow-up here. I don't know if Geometer's Bane really is going to... It's a good item to have, of course, but yeah, it really feels like Nullfire Blade is almost going to do more work here. Yeah, and I think he is going for it there. With that. Oh, top lane, they catch Wild Soul. Again, that Shatterstorm, man. Oh, boy. It hits and
nice
he just dies.
With the Storm Spirit onto Lodestone, and then he can Q stun right after. I mean, there's nothing they can really do. And they're just picking them off left and right. This is so frustrating to play against Complexity when they have a lead like this, because they don't force the issue, they just keep finding you, and they know that, okay, if they can keep killing you and picking you off, then they're gonna win eventually. They're not stressing it and forcing it, pushing base, okay, we have the token, we have to go. Now they just picked off 2 heroes, so I think they will definitely maybe force the base, but at least take this last tier 2 top, and then maybe consider if they want to go for more, or just keep picking them off, because they're getting ahead, so, yeah.
Got top lane, going to be pushing it now. You see Engineer, actually 2,500 gold saved. Oh, a little surprise. Okay, he's not going to go the portal key, actually. Buys a Luminous Prism right there instead, so maybe he wants his own Storm Spirit. Guess for that mana regen, especially if he's placing so many mines. It's understandable. That or even a Sheep Stick, but I don't know. Leaning towards Storm Spirit with the role that he's playing and whatnot here. Soul's Bulwark, yeah, it is going to be that. So Soul's Bulwark just picked up by Wild Soul. You see Oogie going really deep there at the base. Jeez. He's able to escape, though. Final chapter was used, so that's going to be on cooldown now. And Complexity, very aware of that, so knowing they don't have to worry about that, having the token for another minute here. This is going to be a pretty solid push here from this Hellborn team now.
Sure. And Oogie could just run in if he wanted to. He has the token for another minute. Yep.
There we go. There's the jump. Storm Spirit onto Vindicator, actually. Going to drop in pretty quickly after that. Oh, the Lodestone Shatterstorm actually mistimed a little bit with the Storm Spirit. He's vulnerable in the background. However, Dr. Pulsar got picked off over here. Lodestone will go down. But minimal casualties for what they're getting out of it is Complexity. Tokens, 36 seconds remaining. So Formula's still feeling pretty good. Shockwave going in right there. Not a lot of damage, though. It's really only heroes. However, it does kill Andromeda. You do see Engineer also going to get picked off. Lodestone, though, bought back. He post-hasted in, and he kills Doctor again, who also bought back, only to die right there. Meanwhile, Oogie's going to join back with his team as he was chasing. He ends up getting the kill to Wild Soul. There's a vote to concede, and GG, well played. It will be a victory for Complexity. So we are going to a game number 3 here in this best of 3. So that's a good thing. I'm happy for that. But yeah, well played by Complexity there overall.
Yeah, definitely. This is kind of like almost the opposite of last game. Okay, they did find mid was kind of even back and forth, but they were completely dominating the top lane, and they were also doing, when that TP came in from Ando and they turned onto Wild Soul instead of Wild Soul getting a Bloodlust onto NG, and that just switched, that just set the tone of the game. I feel like nerfing Slap there and making sure that he never really got above 400 GPM in this game. That was a huge swing for them, and good rotations from Complexity for taking those fights down there. When they tried to roam with the B with Wild Soul. So also from the get-go, they put themselves in a good lead.
Seeing those Shatterstorms as well was definitely fun. And
Yeah.
again, it's just how good they really are. I know he's being considered a great hero against Wild Soul, but man, it really does make Wild Soul look like a completely different hero when those connect so well. So yeah,
For
great
sure.
job there as a team. Oscar especially, hell of a game for him. 11-2-7 on that Lodestone, feeling good.